How's it going, guys? Dustin at Daily Grind Fantasy, and in today's video, we're going to be building out a positively correlated NFL slip for the Chargers-Chiefs game. Before we get into the video, though, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button while you're at it, because it really does help us out. And as you guys can see, my first play of the slip is going to be Travis Kelce over 0.5 rush, pass, or receiving touchdowns to start off the slip. Now, let's go ahead and hop over to the Daily Grind Fantasy Correlation Tool, where we are going to be getting this slip from. If you guys are unfamiliar with the correlation tool, like I always say, get used to it because it has been absolutely crushing up 272.8 units since 8/18, so about 2 months now since we've started tracking. It literally gives you the most positively correlated slips across multiple DFS apps. As you guys can see, boom, Jock, ParlayPlay, PrizePicks, Underdog. Right now we have CS2/CSGO, NCAA football, so college football, NFL, and soccer. Going to be adding the major sports that are coming up as well, NBA, NHL, where we're going to be having correlated slips for that. But we literally pluck the most positively correlated props from these DFS apps and put them into a slip for you guys. It sends directly to your email, or you can come here to the website and check out the 92 slips we currently have available across these DFS apps and these games for college football, NFL, and we have some CSGO as well right now up on the Optimizer. But I wanted to give you guys one of the biggest games of the weekend, Chiefs-Chargers. Doesn't get any better than that. Some offense going to be happening in that game, as you can tell with my first pick of Travis Kelce over 0.5 touchdowns. Now, if you guys don't have the correlation tool, linked in the description, you guys can get access to it. There is no free trial like our fantasy bundle where we have a 7-day free trial. If you guys want to try that, you guys can do that as well. Also linked in the description because it's all tracked publicly right here. Clearly, it works. I'm telling you guys, it's the weekend. Get it. Get these slips in for Saturday, Sunday, if you can. Sunday at least. It's been crushing, guys. The weekends is where we eat here on the correlation tool. Before I go ahead and give you that correlated slip, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bonus slip here on Underdog. Seems to be some really good value on these plays here. So let's go ahead and start with Saquon Barkley under 3.5 receptions, and we'll explain why as we go through it. Now we are under 3.5 receptions. Now we're using right here the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, where we compare sportsbooks lines to PrizePicks lines in order to find the best plus EV plays, right? So we're seeing this play with average odds of -149 on the sportsbooks for Saquon Barkley to go under 3.5, right? If you look here, playing this in a 3-pick uninsured slip on Underdog, you get a -150 play at -122 here on Underdog. So you're getting a way better bang for your buck playing this on Underdog as opposed to playing it on the sportsbook, right? So we'll take Saquon Barkley, who is extremely juiced, to go under that 3.5 receptions number. Up next, Chris Paul opening NBA night Tuesday for the Golden State Warriors to go under 7.5 assists. We have 3 sports books with juice over -145 plus, right? Average odds of -147. Once again, we get this -122. Why not take this? We're listening to the market, the sports books who are setting these lines for a reason, and we're getting to play them at a better number here on Underdog. So let's go ahead and add in Chris Paul. Under 7.5 assists. And then up next, we're going to be taking Amon-Ra St. Brown over 6 receptions. He's set to 6.5 on the sports books, and even some juice on a couple of these sports books to go over 6.5. You're getting this lower number of 6. Obviously, you get some push potential, but you're getting a lower number of 6 and getting it at -122, which is almost what it's juiced to at 6.5 on Underdog. So why would we not take that? So we'll be over 6. So that's going to be a 3-man slip here on Underdog, which is one of the most profitable slip types on Underdog, along with the 5-pick insured slip. But you're going to want to play this as a 3-man non-insured, where you're getting a 6x return, unlike PrizePicks, where you're getting just a 5x return. Okay? That's why you want to play these 3-mans here on Underdog. That's a slip for you guys, a little bonus slip for NFL and opening night NBA. Now, let's get to our correlated slip and talk about why it's correlated and what positive correlation means, why we're doing it here on a set payout platform like PrizePicks. Here it is, the Chiefs-Chargers game. I would do a drum roll, but last time I did that, the DOG started barking. So I'm not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and reveal it right now. Travis Kelce over 0.5 pass rush receiving touchdowns. I've already gave you that. I did lock it in here. Oh, I thought I locked it in already. I did not. Don't worry. Quickly, we'll lock it in. So Travis Kelce to go over touchdowns, right? Now, we look at this. How is that positively correlated, right? We have Patrick Mahomes, who is Travis Kelce's quarterback, right? If he's going over pass yards at 279.5, it's likely he's probably throwing for multiple touchdowns. And we do know that he does throw many touchdowns and targets Travis Kelce a lot in the red zone, right? So if he's throwing and they're moving the ball a bunch, it's likely that Travis Kelce is probably going to catch one of those touchdowns, right? Maybe he could rush it in, throw it in, whatever. It doesn't matter. It can happen either way. But it's likely Travis Kelce scoring a touchdown if Patrick Mahomes is moving the ball well enough to go over his 279.5 pass yards. Hopefully everybody can see how that's positively correlated, but it gets even more positively correlated when we add another receiver, being Isaiah Pacheco, who is the running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, to go over 15.5 receiving yards. If Patrick Mahomes going over his pass yards, it's also likely that he's throwing the ball a lot, right? And more opportunity for Isaiah Pacheco to go over his receiving yards. So positive correlation there as well. Now punts. Punts is also very, very positively correlated. If the Chiefs are moving the ball well enough for these guys to go over their statistics or their projections, right, it's likely that they're punting the ball less. It seems like there's a lot of offense. They're moving the ball, getting across midfield, maybe even some field goals if that's the case. Less punts. So we'll be taking Tommy Townsend under punts. And what I want to do before I get even further into it, I want to go ahead and add these into our slip. That way you guys can visually see it here and get them in. So then Townsend under punts. So we are currently hoping for offense, less punts, points, basically, right? Positive correlation, where one outcome is to be expected to positively affect another outcome. So in this case, if Patrick Mahomes going over pass yards, these other things are likely to happen, right? But why is this such an edge in DFS right now, playing these positively correlated slips on apps like PrizePicks, Underdog, ParlayPlay, where they're set payouts, right? Because if you were to go to FanDuel and do a same game parlay and put these exact same plays in, you might not be able to do these exact plays, but in general, if you find some of the slips on this correlation tool that you can get the exact same slip over on FanDuel, they dock you for positive correlation. These set payout platforms don't. It's always going to be 25x, no matter if you have Patrick Mahomes and his two receivers to go over pass yards or over receiving yards. It's not going to dock you. Literally did a slip yesterday for the Penn State-Ohio State game where there was a $700 difference because I'm playing it over here on PrizePicks as opposed to playing it on FanDuel in the same game parlay. That's insane. It creates a huge edge playing it over here, and you need to be doing it. It's the biggest edge in DFS right now, I promise you. So you guys need to be doing it. Linked in the description, you guys can get access to the correlation tool if you guys would like to check it out. Now, on the flip side, in the same game for positive correlation, we're going to be having Justin Herbert over 1.5 passing touchdowns. We'll go ahead and add that into the slip. All right, Justin Herbert over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Boom, got it. Now, if Justin Herbert's going over 1.5 passing touchdowns, seems like he's moving the ball a decent amount. The offense is going. He don't even have to be moving the ball all that much. Could be running the ball and then he's getting a 1 yard passing touchdown. Doesn't matter how that happens in this exact scenario. But what matters is they're moving the ball well enough to get multiple touchdowns, thus going under punts, right? So, like I've mentioned, offense, moving the ball down the field, less punts. That's kind of how that works, and that's what we're rooting for in this slip. Now, I do want to mention, Guys, the second best outcome besides going 6 of 6 and cashing out for 25x in these slips is probably going 0 for 6. And I know that you don't really want to hear that, but that just proves that positive correlation works and is a thing and is a big edge. If you took the unders on all of these, right, and there wasn't all the offense that we're hoping for in this exact scenario and slip, boom, you would have hit for 25x. And we have slips that come out with all unders. We have slips with different variations of punts and receptions and this and that. It's all positively correlated. And we just pulled the best props available for these games and positively correlate them for you. So let's go ahead and add in the punter, J.K. Scott. Boom, under punts. So that is going to be the slip. And look, if you put $100 on this, you're winning $2,500 on the sports books. I don't really know, but I would imagine it's probably like, I don't know, $1,900 or something like that. Who knows? Either way, really, really good slip, positively correlated. Hopefully you guys are tailing this. If you are, drop a like. If you learned something, also drop a like, and we will see you in the next video. Let's cash.